Hey.
Hey now, Ryan Pearson here with Turn to Talk, and I'm here with Jason Flory, I always say the one and only, but
It's probably a good thing.
I know, I tell you that every week. We can't handle two or three.
You know, it's been a lot better in the last 15, 20 years, hasn't it?
No, it has not. It has definitely not been better. What did your mom say, like when you were a kid? Was she beat your butt?
No, all the time, every day. Sometimes I didn't do anything and I got ass beaten, but it made up for the times that I did do it and got away with it. You know what I mean? It balanced out. I have no regrets over that. I grew up with a really good deal, discipline. I knew right from wrong, but I still found the line. I do that to this day.
Yeah, right.
Ask Jen. I'm always on the line, man. Like I told her this morning, I'm going to apologize every hour today. She goes, what for? Because every day I seem like I do something stupid, so I'm just going to text you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Stay on the good side, right?
I see you every day, and you do something stupid every day.
We're just different people. Like I said something funny the other day, and you were like, I can't believe you say that. But I thought it was funny.
Because you're an idiot.
I'm an idiot. And looking in the background of the studio, there's still pictures of us.
Yes.
I'm an idiot. Look at you. Look at you.
What's the comment? Look at you. You're grabbing me in most of the pictures.
You're my buddy. What can I say?
Were you already getting messages? Jason, we are live. Can you focus?
It's weird. Yeah, I'm focused. Hey, a shout out to Buddha. Buddha said he's going to be tuning in tonight, so I told him I'd give him a shout out. So hopefully he's recovering. I know he's getting better, and hopefully he gets home soon. And he was all over my messages yesterday. He's like all excited. Can't wait. Wanted to see that Wayne County Speedway. I sent him a video, some sprint cars, and so yeah. I just said, Buddha, if you're tuned in, which I can't tell because Ryan doesn't let me see the side thing no more, but.
You have the screen, and you look and read the comments all the time, Jason.
But I don't see any.
Yeah, it's because you read them and you derail the show.
All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What's going on? It's just going to be me and you tonight. We don't have a guest.
No guest. Well, yeah, I'll tell you, I've been busy, and I sent you some pictures, but you told me to throw them away and get better pictures. But we are doing a big overhaul project in the Wayne County Speedway pit area today. So always working. Was it Lowe's that said always keep improving? Is that the theme for Lowe's? Always improving, something like that? I don't know, but I feel like I own that trademark because we dug up a bunch of stuff today in the pit area. We've got 700 tons of asphalt millings coming this week, so reshaping the pits, getting them finished out where we finished a couple years ago. We put millings in, so we dug all that topsoil out. Going to complete that. The other side, we ripped off all the dirt so the water can shed off. And then we'll have a complete revitalized pit area that, hopefully lasts, 15, 20 years, and we can start concentrating on the parking lot on the next phase of improvements.
So when it rains, the pits kind of flood, this should help. Yeah,
well, I think when it rains, like when you say it floods, like there's going to be hard surface everywhere. Down like where JR&M Park, it's grass. So all that's gone now. All that will be hard surface now. And then the other side of the road towards like Anthony's on McQuaid, we took that grassy strip out so the water sheds to the ditch easier. Just little things, but it's all day.
And then the racers should appreciate that they're not getting pulled out, if it's if it's kind of a soft, know.
I just think when it rains, you just want to. Everybody just inconveniences in the mud, right? I don't like mud. You don't like mud, so I think it's a good deal. Opportunity came around to finish that project, and so. I told you Saturday, what was yesterday, I told you this has been one of the worst years weather-wise and, rainouts and things like that. But I think we've done the most improvements we've ever done in 1 year as well this year at Wayne County. Circumstances just fell to take advantage of certain things. So, bleachers, lighting, caution lights, parking lot improvements. Like it's just been a big year for improvements.
Some of these improvements, and not that I would argue with you, but some of the improvements don't sell tickets.
No, they don't. But so I'll argue with this, and now working with me during the week like you do in the maintenance department, some things won't change a spectator's perspective of what we do. Maybe not even a racer, right? Maybe a racer doesn't. I don't care if I'll park in the grass or not. My weekly workload, if we take the grass out, now we're not cutting grass. Now we're not spraying weeds. Now we're not filling the holes when the tractor and trailers get stuck. And if we can put some millings down that access drive around the pit area, we cut down on that dust that you're always watering, try to keep the dust down in the pits, right? And so we're going to try to do all that and I think it makes a better experience. But you're right; it doesn't always. The average fan isn't going to give two things whether we do it or not, and but it cuts my maintenance load down, and it allows me to focus my time somewhere else.
You know, I mean, I give you credit because these things cost money, cost lots of money, thousands, tens of thousands of dollars, and you're doing it and you're putting back, you know, into the facility, into things that, not that nobody will see, though some people will see.
It's true, though.
You know, but it's hard to see. It's hard to notice the wheel-in lights. It's hard to notice, you know, the pit bleachers from Barberton, you know, Speedway.
Yeah.
You know, so those aren't things that are like, ooh, you know, when you walk right in the gate.
But we get beat up, and I say this, and we get I call it beat up, but people have it's an old facility. You need to upgrade this. You need to upgrade that, and it's true. It's true, and so I wouldn't even be doing this pit project if there was an opportunity, because Kokosi's doing a project in Orville, Millen, and so I was able to get on the list, right? If I couldn't get these, I wouldn't be doing it. It's just, so you just have to take those opportunities, and like I have my good friends, Ryan Irwin with Irwin Dozing, good friend of mine. We trade equipment off all the time, so he's over there with his dozer today. Good dude. You know, he's going to help me build the monster truck course for this weekend, so you know, we're loading up the dirt into the track area, so that's going to be a badass show, dude. Like, if I can build it the way I want it and they let me, it's going to be pretty cool. So some of this is kind of going hand in hand. Like, we needed dirt for the monster truck show, and we had some saved up for this, but now we really got some dirt for the monster truck show, so I kind of got a smile on my face when it's like, all right, now we can really do this, because you want it to be really good. Like, this is the first annual, right? First time we were in monster trucks this weekend. And I don't know how you feel about it. I'll ask you when I'm done making this comment. But, like, I feel like we need to be diversified. And I said something last night. There's always a group of us that hang out afterwards. And the morale's down at the Speedway. I feel like the morale's at an all-time low around there. And it's 9, 10 rainouts. It's 1,000 degrees, or it's raining 3 inches, right? Everybody's kind of, I mean, I feel the vibe. Myself included. And so what I like to do over there, though, is like sometimes racing gets stagnant, and like this weekend, you're sprint car racing all over. You know, we always try to accommodate, like Sharon for the Lou Blaney, and so we took this weekend off, and it was a great opportunity to try a monster truck show or something. Muskingum's running something that I'd like to do eventually too. They got the big rigs down there this year, and I'd like to do that too. But I think the monster truck's something that when we did our Christmas lights display last year, I had a lot of people say, I'm not really a race fan, but man, if you had a monster truck show, I'd probably come to that. So I'm kind of banking on I'd probably come to that. So what do you think?
Like, I agree with you. If there's a lot of sprint car races in this area, so, you know, you're not going to run sprints. You got a track over here, track over there. You know, you're not running sprints. So then we're back to running late models, modifieds. And like sometimes those can be tough shows, you know, and back to back.
Trying to get fans to just come and watch that, you know, is just tough. And
so to add something different, yeah, I think it's a great idea. I think it'll be a good show, and like I think maybe Turn 2 Talk should be the presenting sponsor.
Yeah, it could be.
You got a couple dollars. you got
Steph.
You
Steph
got
owns the show.
Oh, Steph. you got a couple dollars. You can be.
We should
monster truck show presented by Turn 2 Talk.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, tell Porch out to put it on the flyer. Maybe we'll see if we get some PR out of it. This show's done well. You put this together, and you know, this is supposed to be your baby, and the Speedway's riding your shirt tail on this for sure. But this is a big gamble for the Speedway. This monster truck show, I feel, it's hard to get the word out because I think the regular race fans aren't really monster truck fans. I think we'll have a crossover, but I really think this is going to cater to a whole new group of people that have never been there. And it's a family-oriented deal. So if you go online right now, you can buy tickets pre-sale, family 4-pack. You get a free pit party, and there's all kinds of stuff to go along with it. So I'm hoping that this works so next year we can make it even bigger. But it's always hard to start a new trend. We've shown that with Dustin and the Derbies. I had a lot of people... and the Derby ain't no good. Like, it was. The Derby was great. Weather's horrible. The Derby was good. And I think that's the same thing with a race. I'd say you could watch the races last night, and everybody's going to have a different opinion what a good race is. I came away from the show last night. I was pretty excited. I'd seen a lot of good racing. It wasn't always for the lead in every class, but overall, I thought the racing was good last night. We were done very early. It was nice to be. We started at 7:15, and at 10:45 we were done. Shut the lights off, and that's where we want to be.
Definitely. We want to be done at 9 o'clock. What are you talking about?
It was cool. Did you see Tyler Street's picture?
Yeah.
So it's cool that it's daytime.
Yeah.
I liked it, and some people would argue that though. There's a belief out there that, like, if we don't, I don't believe this, but there's people who believe if I'm not at the racetrack for 14 hours, I didn't get my money's worth. I think those sprint car guys and late model guys, I think every class, let's just say every class, because I was talking to McVicker today, and his class was over at 10:15. Everybody wants to go race and have a good time, and maybe they're still going to go to Applebee's, or maybe they're going to go do whatever they're going to do afterwards, and that's kind of a bonus, right? I went racing tonight. Yeah, I won a feature. What do you mean you won a feature? Yeah, we raced. We're out. I like that.
I remember hearing stories about the ranch where Charlie Duncan and Ryan Markham and, all those guys would, go race and then go grab some pizza and eat at the ranch.
The ranch was epic, man. I have my own nightmares and stories from that place. And yeah, you're right. We'd hang out there, and everybody was there. And Markham carried me out of there one night, and that's a true story. But it was a good time.
I always heard about it, and I never heard nothing from you. Yeah. I always heard about the ranch being the place to go after the races.
That great pizza makes me hungry.
Hey, the Green Hornet is now watching.
Hey, Booty, we give you a shout out earlier, and I'll throw another one your way. Hopefully he's healing up. I know some people went and seen him today, so I hope that visit went well. And we miss you. And hopefully you're healing up, and maybe there's a chance Buddha comes back yet this year. Like, he gets his ribs where he can move a little bit. We can accommodate his ankle and get him over there to get the smell of that racing fuel again.
Yeah. And then Johnny Bruce says, "What's up, guys?"
It was cool seeing Johnny last night. A little bit different not seeing him in a fire suit, but he had a smile on his face like he always does, though. and I'm sure we'll talk about that more. But Johnny, always good dude, man. Like I said, he bailed he bailed me out early this year with the hydraulic tank and stuff. So I have a special place for him.
Yeah, for sure. I saw the hydraulic tank as you were watering the truck yesterday, and I thought about that situation.
Yeah.
Rita says, "I prefer late models over sprint cars."
Yeah, well, you know what? I do too. I think Ryan, both of us are big late model fans. But the business model for Wayne County Speedway is like, and it's no secret, like, sprint cars are dominant there, and they bring a lot of people to watch. And we'll run. We don't have to not have sprint cars to run. But in this case, it was an opportunity. There's only so many Saturdays, and I felt like, we're going into the late summer run, and so once this is over this weekend with the Monster Truck Show, we're back on course racing the summer out. And I seen Billy was there last night. They had a little engine trouble Friday night, I heard, and so hopefully they get that straightened out, because I want to pull the string on that Kyle Moore and Billy the Kid Dawson match race. I want that to happen this year. So hopefully they get whatever they got going on and that thing tuned up. I think that'll be fun. We'll promote that, though. We'll do that and promote it a week out so everybody can come.
For sure. Hey, Gary asks, why did you invert the top two late models in the feature?
Well, one thing we've wanted to do all year, and it goes back to inconsistency with what shows we're running. But do you know the name? It's Tyler Evans' wife's clothing.
Threads and...
Yeah, like, I need to write that down. But so Tyler Evans' wife Beth has a new clothing line, and they're the sponsor of our Wheel of Doom. And so what it is, it's a wheel, and it has so many different things on invert 1, invert 2, 4, 6, 8, free hot dog. It has all these things. And so we had 4 kids spin it for each one of the classes minus the sprint cars. And so every class got a different inversion. And so late models obviously was invert to top 2, which I didn't know I wasn't part of it. The only one I heard was the modifieds got spinner's choice. And there's one spot for spinner's choice, and it's real narrow on the pie, right? And so, his kid's like 6, 7 years old, maybe. I don't know. Let's just say he is. And he's like, I say invert the whole field.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so the whole modified field got flipped. So
it was a spinner's choice.
Spinner's choice. Yeah. It didn't land on invert the field.
I thought it landed on invert the field.
Spinner's choice.
Oh boy.
And so there was a little bit of heated discussion through text messaging last night to my way. I won't disclose who it was. I knew they were upset. It turned out it all worked out, and I thought the show was fantastic.
Oh, that kid's got a set of.
Yep, he's like, flip the field.
Let's go, boys.
And so
you're racing.
Yeah,
Oof.
I know there'll be comments about it, but I actually thought you don't want to see anybody get tore up. That's always the key, right? Like if I'm in charge and I do something and guys get tore up, then I feel guilty. But in the same token, we get blasted all the time for heads up racing. And so we put this wheel in effect because now we got the fans involved. And here's a kid who just spun it the first time we used it probably all year, and he's the third or fourth one to spin it, and he's like, a spinner's choice, invert the field.
Wow.
But wasn't it a great feature?
It was a good race. It was a really good race. I watched Jimmy and I watched Kyle work the field. Jimmy was ahead of Kyle, working up through the field. Kyle was kind of, hanging out in the back and working in the high side. But Jimmy was making short work, on the inside. And it was very exciting. They were 2 and 3 wide. There was one time I could have swore Jimmy was going to smoke the Uke tire getting into one.
Yeah, did you see it?
I saw that.
From where we were standing, our vision, I thought the same thing too. I thought, whoa, he's going to blast that thing.
I asked him afterwards, I go, Jimmy, I thought you were going to smoke the tire. He goes, yeah, so did I. Jimmy.
It was listen, Denny Benjamin, congratulations on an excellent run.
DJ was up in the front.
DJ Miller was
DJ looked good.
Yeah, listen, I liked it. I you know what? But if you flip that and let's just say there's a big crash, and then we look bad. But at the end of the day, we get blasted for calling it blue or calling it red, and so I feel like the fans got their money's worth there. And so to Gary's liking. We didn't invert 2, the wheel did. It could have been 4, 6. It could have been a lot of different things.
Okay, so I was standing near the suites, and I could hear these old guys underneath me, and they were jibber-jawing about why 4 kids and wouldn't you just have 1 kid spin and it would be the same for everybody? Why did you have four kids spinning instead of just 1?
Because 4 kids went home last night with a great experience versus 1. And we're only racing a few races left the rest of the year. And, I feel like 1 kid out of, we have hundreds of kids at Wayne County Speedway every night. So 1 kid gets to do it. It's hard to, so do we do 4 every night? That's great odds. We want everybody to experience the great deal and every kid to have fun doing that. I don't know. I feel like it doesn't take any more time. And Pork Chop's up there waiting for the inversion, right? We have a system now, My Race Path. Is it My Race Path? Mm-hmm. So once he knows what it is, boom, he hits the number and it does the work. So I like it. And the short answer is because I wanted more kids to be involved.
Good. We need somebody to kind of MC that event, though. MC that
for sure.
Because it kind of it was going on, and then you can't tell. And
raise your right hand.
We need somebody to work that.
We do. I agree with you. I like that we're doing it because we've had it for a while. And I'm going to give it out where it belongs. Rich Farmer got me the wheel. It was using it for something totally different. And Platinum Designs, we put it together and wrapped it. And Tyler and Beth Evans sponsored it. And so, you know what? It's a great promotional tool. We're just getting wet doing it. Just getting our ears wet. You know what I mean? Was that the right lingo, whatever? But I think it's going to get better and better. You can win a free hot dog on it. There's win a free hot dog. There's all kinds of stuff. And so I wanted to make it fun. And
there's a wireless mic. I can give you the wireless mic. You can run it, Jason.
We need a new wireless mic. You were having difficulties last night with it. We need to get a new one. But
that's Mike's mic, and we appreciate in the pinch.
Being
a pinch hitter.
Ours got. Buddha, you broke my microphone.
Jared Clifton says, think about adding a dirt car big block modified show.
Always thinking about big block modified show. We had one, and I don't know. If Sharon gives them up, and it all comes down to that, right? Because we'd have to compete with Sharon. They'd have to drive by Sharon to come to Wayne County. And if there was ever a chance, Mark Edwards there, I'll talk about him a little bit. I would. I love it. You and I used to go to Charlotte and watch them for the World Finals, and I used to go to Hagerstown a lot. Back in my I wouldn't say younger days, but years ago, I would go to Hagerstown, and they were
We
big
could watch
over
them in
there.
Volusia too.
The Volusia, yeah, that's another place we used to watch them. And Volusia's too big for me to watch them. I like them at Wayne County. I like them watching them at Sharon on Dirt Vision. I think it's really Volusia's just such a big animal, man. I love Volusia for the speed. I do.
So
And the French fries.
So we were early promoting, and I'm like, Jason, you need to do a big block modified show. You go, okay, fine, we'll do it. And then you took a bath that night. A bath.
It's one of the biggest losses in the history of me running the track.
Yeah.
And it was a Friday night. It was before we went to Saturdays. And, that's the learning experience. And that was Matt Sink's Garage's trailer has the decals of what that series was. He bought it off that series. I can't remember what it is now, but one thing is the King family, Russ King and his mom and dad. They're big into the big blocks, and they came down and supported that race. And that was back when Russ was racing down with us a little bit, and so they have a lot of influence in that class as well. And sometimes I think maybe I should reach out to them and see if there's an opportunity for them to kind of help out. Maybe we could do one, change it up a little bit. Maybe those big block guys want to come to Wayne County and do something different. I don't know. I know as a racer, I liked going places. I always liked to race at home, right? I always want to race at home. But when home wasn't racing, it was cool to get out and just try something different. And sometimes it's like, I want to go back home,
Could you ever add them like on a Hell Tour night, or
so expensive?
Is that a bigger
They
purse?
almost have to be the headliner for the cost, and that's where it really gets bad for me is.
Well, I just was thinking, get them off of a Saturday night, like you run them with the Hell Tour. It's a Sunday night, but then I don't know, like, who's those guys who are going to be driving further distance.
Yeah, so they're coming out of New York.
Having to work the next day.
Yeah, I do think it would be cool to bring them back because we're a lot better. Is that fair to say? We're a lot better off today than we were then with facility and knowing what we're doing. And I mean, not every time. I mean, people beat me up every day over something I do, but I mean, I feel like we're more mature and our facility is I don't know. What's your thoughts on that? Like I looked at last night. I was watching the race and the caution came out, right? And I was looking around. I'm like, caution lights are nice and bright. The backstretch is lit up really good. Grass in the infield. Just looking around, taking it all in, thinking like, man, remember what this place used to be? And people will still beat you up for what it isn't, but I think we've come a long ways. And we always talked about we're not ready for a big show. We're not ready for a World of Outlaw show. We're not ready for this or that. But I think we've proven we are. I mean, I have tripped over my own wee a couple times when I've had opportunity to make hay. I've messed up, swung for the fences and struck out. But I think overall the facility is, and people use an S-hole track all the time, but it's not true. I mean, it's an older facility. It's landlocked. But I don't think it's any different than anybody else's. I mean, if you're going to compare like Eldora and Wheatland, like, come on. Like,
right. Houston's.
Yeah, man, what a facility that is, right? Like, wow. That's the most underrated facility in the country.
Definitely.
And one of probably the worst economic areas in the country, too. And so, I don't know. I just feel like we always kind of get like, oh, this place needs this. Well, it's always going to need something, man. Like, I don't know. Like, we're not millionaires. We bought it and we keep improving, and I think blue collar people appreciate that. But our racing is really good, and the track was a little top dominant last night. I thought I really wanted that bottom to come in, but then Jimmy goes out and proves that bottom is good.
Yeah.
In that super stock feature, the 17 car and Craver, they were side by side for 15 laps. So I always question whether it's the track or just people's setups. I can't always say the track's fault at everything. Late model feature was just. There was one caution in 25 laps, and that kind of got him strung out.
And Doug did try to, slide him a little bit, here and there in the late models.
Yeah.
I want to go back to the facility, and we've discussed this. We've discussed this numerous times. We've discussed this going back to the Facebook Lives, and I was holding the phone. When you tried to buy the bleachers from East Bay, I think a huge facelift to the track would be new bleachers.
Yeah.
I see almost every week, people complain broken bleacher boards, and they look old and, they look, outdated. But that is such a financial You've looked into it. You've looked into it.
We looked at aluminum. Well, I'll take you back. We were together, not at the auction, but when we went back, and you were with me, and you did some measurements and stuff. I think you got to see firsthand like what undertaking this is going to be. Not only to disassemble down there and get them logistically back to Ohio, which we had that pretty well ironed out. But when you're in Ohio and tearing down what we have and getting that done, I'm used to doing things over here with you and JD and Mike and Lowell and my crew, right? Jesse and this all, like, you get your guys together and we're going to put guardrail up. You get your boys together. That's a big undertaking.
Yeah.
And I was willing, like, we pulled the trigger on it and it fell apart because of some stuff. I wasn't able to be in Florida. And there were some things that happened out of our control, and it just fell through. And
with the crew down there, couldn't get a good crew.
Well, we sent JD and Jeff.
No, like the guys that you were going to use
the people
from Florida.
that we had hired in Florida, turned out to be, basically thieves. Know what I mean? I'll just call it what it was. I mean, the guy's a thief, and not the guy that owned East Bay. No, this is the crew that Hey, listen, if you go behind Home Depot and you hire somebody that's looking for work behind Home Depot, you're going to get the kind of guy that's looking for work behind Home Depot. That's all I'll say. And that's what we did, right? We don't know anybody down there, and we needed people who were willing to just do some grunt work. And so I listen, everything costs money, and that cost me money. And I call it experience.
But if you went to go buy like brand new bleachers, like from Dalton High School, like in the aluminum bleachers, those things cost probably
$500,000.
Yeah, nearly $1 million. That would be great. I think the place would look phenomenal if you walked in and it had nice big aluminum bleachers, even if they weren't so long.
Well, that would be my goal. Let's face it, you and I agree. Like turn 4 and turn 1, horrible places to sit. A lot of our getting thrashed on the internet is the dust, and turn 4 you're sitting within 8 feet of the racetrack. I would love to be able to go up and shrink it, and put the 4,000 people 30 feet in on each end, and I think it changes the whole experience, right? But
like that would be great, but like that's a ton of money. Speaking of the turn 4 being so close to the racetrack, and this is off topic, I saw Fairbury this weekend had what they called the splash zone coming off in one of the corners. And
stole that idea from me.
Yep. You should promote like goggles and.
We had this conversation. I told you this, and you agreed. Like, we talked about this. It's copycats, but that's okay. Every good idea comes from somebody else. But like, I remember going to SeaWorld in Shamu, and you sat here. It was in the splash zone, and that's where you're going to get wet. And we talked about you wanted to give people like baby wipes and shit for sitting in turn 4. That was your end of it, which was
like
cool.
Safety glasses and stuff.
Well, but it's the same deal, right? But you see it. People will come early, and they will sit there, and I go, what? You don't want to sit here. They go, oh, we love it here. And they're prepped, right? And so different strokes for different folks.
Was that the year when we pushed you into the pool and you splashed everybody? Look at Shamu over here. Hey, Tyler Street says.
Yeah, Tyler Street.
Awesome track last night. Hope to get more wins this season.
He was flying, and he has had speed in that Keegan car.
I thought about calling him today and saying, hey, do you want to come on the show?
Yeah, you should have, but you don't get out of bed early enough.
It wasn't enough time. I just didn't feel like we had enough time.
No, because you have to get up before noon.
I was out running around, man. Come on. So, Tyler, if you got some time, we'd love to have you on the show. But man, what a run! And it was good to see Keegan's in victory lane, longtime supporters, Tyler in victory lane, and I was so happy for him, man.
I thought it was great.
I loved it.
It was fast. He ran a really good race last night. So congratulations to him and the whole Keegan family. So.
And, you don't have favorites. I pull for everybody, and Henry Malkett starts showing him his nose a little bit, and I was like, oh, come on. And then I was like, come on, Tyler. And then like Henry's like starting to close and those cautions, like, dude, Tyler had he had like a week long, lead.
He did.
He was out there drinking a cup of coffee, reading a newspaper. And
I think he lost his brakes at lap 15. And so I don't know if he was drinking coffee, but Henry is notorious for coming through like the whole race. He will find a lower line because listen, some of these guys are just going to burn the top off, and Henry will find that bottom and just dig, and he was coming last night, and just circumstances, but I did congratulate there again. Like he's been fast all year, and he's had some bad luck, but
it's great to see him have good luck.
Yeah, well deserved.
And Troy is such a good guy, and
I think he's been with us since day one. They've been a supporter.
Yeah,
and
I'm telling you, and I was talking to Troy 2 weeks ago, and Troy is a guy that he'll tell you when he doesn't agree with it, and he can have your differences. He's like an adult, like a man, and you can have your differences, tell you his point of view, and then you can walk away, and he'll be back there next week. And he, he doesn't hold a grudge. He doesn't get too mad and pout and cry and then leave and then doesn't show up. You?
Won't you?
No. You hold grudges.
No.
That was perfect. I got you on that one. Rita says, broke a rocker Friday. I told Billy to go down and do a foot race with Kyle after the feature.
Well, Billy's gonna win that. That is 100%. Kyle ain't running unless you got French fries and cheese pizza at the end. He's not running. I promise you that.
Dude, we'll give Kyle a little bit of a head start.
We'd have to.
But I would pay. Like I would pay for that.
Yeah, that would be good. Hey, go ahead. I want to roll back into something like that later. But like this Speedway Action Images, these guys they do great coverage. And they write nice articles and very complimentary to our facility. So
the racing was great last night. Lots of multi-groove racing.
Yeah, I was watching those guys take pictures, and I do agree that it's cool because like sometimes I don't see what they pick up in their foot. So I'll look at their videos or their still shots later, and I'll be like, wow, there's 3 wide. I didn't catch it in the action, but they do. And that's why that's the difference between me watching it and they like, hey, look at that. That was a good run. So I don't see it all, and some people else don't either. But like, there's 3 wide racing.
One thing I give these guys credit for too is, Jim, there was a post where somebody was like kind of complaining about the car counts. Oh, there's a good track, but lousy car count, blah, 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 blah. Kind of roasting you. And those guys even defended.
This week?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And then these guys it was on their page, and they defended the racetrack.
How did they not like yesterday's?
I don't know.
Don't do this to me.
I'm not.
Don't leave this open-ended. I'm not done with this discussion.
Kepling says, I like all divisions. A lot of times the best race of the night is in the mini stocks. Now, how true is that, Jason?
Well, it wasn't last night. But Jeff is a true racers fan. Like, he appreciates all form of motorsports. And, listen, I wish he'd lived closer. I wish Jeff Kepling lived closer. I would have him in my hip pocket over here. The vibe that guy gives off is second to none. He's so positive, and so I'm glad he's part of Wayne County Speedway. I wish he was around more.
Yes, for sure. Billy Dawson, speaking of Billy Dawson, he says, let me get this engine fixed up, and hopefully we'll get the points back together. We'll be ready for that 5-lap shootout.
Yeah, I talked to Kyle yesterday about it, and he's down for sure, and so I think that's going to happen this year, and I'm excited for it. I mean, both of them are young. I wouldn't say one's younger than the other. I just think it's youth first experience, and I think it'd be kind of cool.
Alan says throttle and threads.
Yeah, I knew he would.
Can you write that down put it on a sticky note?
You should. You're supposed to do the paperwork, but so yeah, Throttle and Threads is the sponsor of the Wheel of Doom, and that is Beth and Tyler Evans' business. So, hey, shout out to them. We screw it up every week, and so Ryan will remember Throttle and Threads.
We should put it on my computer.
Yeah, go to their Facebook page and check out, see what they got.
DJ says, had a great night. Had a great time last night. Huge thanks to Doug Drown for his help. And, of course, my brother Ron and his crew, Don Motz, for fixing me up before the feature.
Yeah, listen, he was having a good run, and I almost can see the smile on his face. Those Miller boys are always happy, and so I almost can see, especially last night, DJ, I almost could see a smile on his face, and that I always just think, like, those guys are chill all the time. Now, you want to read that next message?
I tried not to laugh when I saw it.
Yeah, well, we want to thank Steph for tuning in, that's for sure.
Steph Humphrey says, I will own the text message.
She will, too. And so you want to talk about the Keegans giving it to me, she will dish it out. And Yeah, I'm not married to her, but I'm scared of her like I was.
You've always been scared of her.
No, listen, I understand her concerns last night. I do. And I talked to Jimmy afterwards, and like he was like, "Well, she go," and I'm like, hey, "It worked out. It was a good race." And I think Steph at the end of that would probably agree that it was a really good feature. And I think
You say it was a good race, man. It was a great race.
I think if you would talk to Kyle and Jimmy and you put DJ, put the whole field in there, I bet you everybody had fun last night because there was a lot of racing next to each other, and I think that was Jimmy had a smile on his face, and so
And Kyle got out of the modified and was laughing, and he was in really good spirits.
Yeah,
so I think Kyle had a good time with it.
yeah, and I understand Steph's concerns. I do, and those are always the concerns when you do something like that. But yeah, she'll own that message, and I know you do, and I appreciate you, and still, we're still friends. I know we are.
I mean, it made for some exciting racing, and I mean that's for one thing for sure. Is you're in the entertainment business. The fans that stayed for the modifieds, they were entertained.
And that goes back to what we were talking about earlier. If we can get in and get out in a 3 hour and 20-minute window, and that's where we need to be. That's something we've strived for from day one. And you're gonna look at me and blame me. Most of this stuff is always gonna be my fault in your eyes, but it's not always. But like if we can get the cars lined up, and we can get the wreckers to tow quicker, I'm always yelling. I'm always like, we gotta go faster. And everybody's like, calm down, calm. It is the perception of running that lean, mean show. Sometimes I get started late because I want to put that extra water on, right? Sometimes it is me. Don't shake your head. But it's all of us, and that's why I strive for. I'm not mad at anybody. If everybody needs to relax and realize I'm not mad, I just want it to be better than everybody else, and I'll always strive for that. Everybody always tell it's better than it used to be. Well, that ain't good enough, right? And so if you want to be mad at me for wanting to be better than the rest of them, then I can handle that.
I'm only mad at you for not starting on time.
Yeah, we won't talk about that.
Kepling says, I love the full field invert. And then Speedway Action Images says the modified's full invert was quite exciting. The fans got their money's worth.
I do. And thank you for noticing that we're doing that stuff, because I think the wheel is cool. I have talked to the boys. I use the boys, Kyle and Brad, about this wheel for years. And I was on the fence about what we should put on the wheel, and they came up with a great idea of how I'm thinking like all the pies cut, but they put small slithers for those. And so the odds are really thin that you're going to get those. And
you said you spun it like 100 times and it only landed on full field invert like one time.
Yes, I was playing with that thing going, yeah, it's never going to land on this. And like, what the hell?
And then some 6-year-old kid
gets a spinner's choice.
Hey, let's go for a full field invert. Okay, man.
But look at the reaction though. I mean,
I respect it on that kid though, for real.
Yeah, he could have said no, heads up.
Bob Doherty Racing says the full field invert made for exciting racing, and the track was on point too.
Thank you, Bob. I think the track played a factor in making that full field invert work. We didn't have it chopped up. We didn't have it where guys were bouncing off the ground, and I didn't want it that way. Like, we worked really hard, and I know people are tired of hearing about rain, but it just rained so much that you really have to be so much of a weatherman right now. Like I got the pits tore up, and I'm doing this big project, and I'm looking at the weather today, going, all right, it's going to rain tomorrow. We got to get this stuff back down. It's and trying to work a full-time job in between this is where it really gets, and I can't do this on my own. So like Ryan Irwin, he's got a business he's running. He's donating his time for me. And so it's I don't know. It's a tough deal. Nobody wants to hear it. Like, I'm a track promoter. You're supposed to take on those responsibilities, but there's so many things that go into it. I'm so happy that the track last night, we had the little sprayer out there behind the John Deere, and I think Lowell and JD put that together, and that really worked last night. Yes, it was a little dirty off of 4, but it's always going to be dirty off turn 4. It's just the way it is. But I thought we did well maintaining last night, and we can grow on that program. It's something we're doing. We tried something different this week. I will say that with the water, I think it can be adjusted. I thought it worked well.
Well, I think like you got to take small victories, and the track was smooth. Yeah. The track was smooth. Yeah. Track was on point. That was good.
At the start line from that trench still. We're still fighting that trench.
And you grade it every week.
Yeah, but when the water gets in that trench, that soil is not packed as tight as the rest of the track. So, and water will follow that conduit. Water will follow that conduit down in there, so it lays wet, so you get a little softer right there. So you see those cars going across there, going, that's that stupid timing scoring. But timing scoring system works flawlessly.
Yeah.
So thanks to Mr. Greer from Ocala, Florida, for helping me get that thing straightened out, because that thing is such a relief.
Appreciate you, Kevin.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to give a shout out where credit's due. We don't do it very often, but Pork Chop is taking the lead on the scoring system. I bust his you-know-what every week about trying to do it and be right and tight, and he's been on point with the scoring. So give him credit where it's due.
He does a good job, man. He helps me with the social media. He runs the kitchen staff. I mean,
He doesn't run that very well. I'll tell you a story about that.
Oh, man. You kill me. But he does. He's got his hands full.
He does.
Okay, so Casey Craver says, hey, guys, thank you, Jason, for speaking today at Ron's Celebration of Life today. It really means a lot to the Craver family.
Very good turnout. I was honored to be asked to say a few words. A lot of people did, shared memories and stuff, and so it was nice. It was a very good turnout. I seen a lot of people there, and so it was nice. And listen, with Brandon winning last night, and I said this today, it just didn't feel the same. I was happy for Brandon, but the Grizz has a presence. You know, he carried a presence about himself and respect, and it was a little off. And I'm going to miss that because, I mean, obviously there's nobody filling those shoes. So.
For sure. Kim says, great night. Thank you.
Hey, thank you for coming out. And we've got a lot of great stuff coming up, too. I thought Christmas in July, I didn't see anything, comments about Christmas in July. Maybe you're not reading them, and maybe there is none. But I thought it went well. I want to thank Wildman for being Santa Claus. And, yeah, look at that cool stuff. And I want to thank, so there's a lot of people I want to hit real quick. Don't get bored on me. But Sherry helped. My girlfriend Jen was over there doing the Christmas stuff. She loves Christmas. Pork Chop was over there untangling lights. Michelle donated a lot of the inflatables you see here. This stuff is such a good feeling when people get together to make that. I wore a nice holiday shirt yesterday. You know, I wanted all the employees to kind of be in the holiday spirit. It didn't get as much as we wanted, but yeah.
It's kind of hard. I was going to go buy a Santa hat, but
yeah, I don't know where you're going to get one nowadays. Amazon, I guess. But yeah, it was good. I think I can build on that. I think every year we always do something, and like I told you, if we're going to theme a night, we've got to all in on it and theme it right, you know. And it was White's Ford's night, and Brian was there, and I was happy to see Brian Gibson there. And another person that deserves a ton of credit for what he's did is Brad from Triple B Heating and Cooling. Stand-up guy. I will tell you right now, if you use Triple B Heating and Cooling for anything, I don't care if you call to get a quote, and you bring that quote back to Wayne County Speedway and or an invoice, I will give you a free ticket to the races, to any show. I mean, he donated money last night to every class. $500 to the winner in every class.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
And he's there every night, him and his daughter. Stand-up guy, good friend of mine, but his business is top-notch. And if you need, it's warm out. Like if your AC ain't working, call Brad. In wintertime, I call Brad, you know. And he's got a good staff, and he's quick to respond, and he's the most reasonable guy there is, and I can tell you that because I bid this stuff out for my job, and he's always the most reasonable guy. So
it was good to see him there, and we really appreciate everything he does. Yeah. Posted his pictures in Victory Lane.
So
thank you pictures.
If you don't even use him, just if you call him and he gives you an estimate or a quote, you just say, use it. Still get a free ticket if you bring it.
Any show.
Any show.
How long is that good for? This year? Next year?
This year.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go 2026 all the way to the track triple.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, Jason, I wanted to put this up, the inflatables.
It looks like me and you.
Yeah, Tony DeVino says it's the turn 2 guys, although I thought the one dyed his hair. So I can tell which one I am.
Well, I'm Santa Claus.
No, you aren't.
Yes, I am.
You are not.
Yeah, listen,
take your hat off.
No. That does look like a cool. We should, there again, we weren't thinking because we're always so busy. But if you could actually get there on time, we could have stood beside us and got our picture taken. That's the kind of stuff I want to do, like for photo ops, right? Don't laugh,
dude. I put the pictures side by side, so everybody can make their own conclusions of who's who.
All right.
Take your hat off. Take your hat off.
No, in the next 10 minutes on this show, y'all seen it. You guys comment who looks like who. And I'd be curious to see which one falls where. So.
Oh, you kill me.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Alan said it was the BRP.
Yep.
Where
Big Block Tour.
Yeah, the Big Block Tour.
Yeah. He looked it up. Good for him. He cheats. We're here live. We don't get a chance to look it up.
Yeah, I know.
And listen, I'll be honest with you folks. Ryan would just use ChatGPT to do it anyway. He is an AI junkie.
Hey, Kate Nichols has a comment. She says, "Oh, those pictures on the wall, they're so cute."
Yeah. They all have a meaning. I will say this. Ryan's my buddy, and we've done so many things together.
What?
No, like everything there. Like, no, not like that. Don't take it wrong. But like all those pictures there's some weird moment that somebody snapped a picture. There's a meaning behind it. But like we've experienced a lot. Like just stuff been involved. We all as a group. Don't get weird. All right, moving on. Steph,
you gotta
can you
stop.
cancel the show?
You got to stop talking.
Yeah, you make it weird. Look at that picture on the 4-wheeler. I told you not to ride that way, but you still did.
What about, Jason, what about this one? You're trying to kiss me.
We're at the bar.
Oh, it's all right then.
I remember that. Captain was there.
Keith says, had a lot of fun last night. There was some good racing.
Thanks, Keith. Keith's from Creston. He's a friend. Keith Mang's a good dude. They come out a lot, and yeah. So, Keith, did you bring Jody with you? And he'll know that. So yeah.
Tony, he's the one that roasted us on the,
yeah.
in the pictures. Hey, thanks Tony for roasting us. I think the big blocks going to Mansfield, maybe try to schedule a day before. That's just a thought for next year.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah, and seriously, that's what you looked at too. Is we look at those schedules and try to figure out when the best. That's why we did that World of Outlaw show. It didn't work out. We won't do that again. Thursday night's just not a night to race World of Outlaws at Wayne County Speedway. But that's kind of the idea behind it. Trying to strike lightning when it's, I don't know. I mean, but
when it's hot.
Yeah, you see opportunities, and but sometimes weekday shows just don't work. May's tough. I think May's a tough time to race anyway. Memorial Day weekend, anytime you get in this holiday weekends, man, it's sketchy. Labor Day works well for us, but Memorial Day is like, I don't know. I wish if I had a magic wand, Ryan, my wish would be that we had this die-hard following at the Speedway, like a Fairbury does or Williams Grove has, and we're not talking like facility-wise, but like I just feel like the generational gap has happened here, like from 20 years ago. Yes, Caden races a little bit, but I was thinking of Dean Alexander the other day. I was driving down Melbourne, and I seen him walking out to his car with a cane. And I thought, man, there was Dean, Chet, Chase, Caden, the Abers. Matt was racing last night, got there late, I think. And it's like, okay, there were, I think about all that, like the Wiles is Tooks racing last night.
Jim Gentry.
Gentry's, yes. I think the Wayne County Speedway is going through a change where we have to find those new people. And I think Billy Dawson's a great example of it, right? And not just picking on or using him all the time, but I think that's what you have to lean towards. Like, he's going to fill that void, right? He's going to take one of those spots, but like, it's tough. It's really
tough. You had
tough.
a new sprint car there though last night.
Yes, I know. I seen it.
Trinity.
Yep.
So in the 14.
Yep.
So 16-year-old girl.
Yeah, I did. And the car looked cool. Remind me of Tony Stewart's Old Spice car when I first saw it, and I was like, holy shit. But yeah, I mean, so there's
there's a 16-year-old Tom King messaged us about, trying to get some laps in. His kid is probably 20. I think his kid was on Danville. You went to that game.
Yeah.
When Dalton played Danville, his kid was on Danville when Colin was against Dalton.
Really?
So when we went down to Dover.
That was raining.
Yep, that was a cold
pneumonia.
one.
And then you wouldn't hang out with me afterwards.
No, that was on Steph. Hey, so winner, chicken dinner.
Oh, look at this. Oh, Valek, man.
Van the man.
Van got one last night.
I couldn't wait.
Yeah, you were excited.
I was so excited.
Peyton Davis was leading that thing, and he's driving away. And I was like, okay, Peyton's going to win this thing.
Well, let's go back, though. The heat race was really intense.
Yeah.
Valek was out front, and Peyton, peeked underneath him a couple times in the heat race, but just couldn't complete the pass, and Van the Man wins the heat.
Van the Man wins the heat. He's pretty much riding second. He'd tell you this. He's like, that's gone. He was gone, right? And he breaks an axle. And Van takes the lead, and you could just feel the excitement then. Like, you could just, if you could look in his car, you knew he was swelled with excitement. And the Victory Lane interview did not disappoint. It was pretty cool. Congratulations.
Yes.
You well deserved, and
Finally got one.
Yeah.
And then he was able to get it after getting the monkey off his back after being so close so many times.
yeah,
So
it's a feel good story for sure.
I think we got to have him back on the show, Jason.
I'll tell you what I want him to do is learn how to carry people. I told you that story. Like, if I'm ever in need of being helped anywhere, don't ask him to help carry me. I swear, he's a good dude though. Yeah, I think he could come back on and listen. We just sit back and listen. We wouldn't even need to be here for it.
We could just turn it on and just let it
play.
Let it play. That's why I was like, Valek, like, tell me what was going through your mind. I couldn't wait to hear.
He probably still hasn't stopped smiling. Like, I bet that ride back to Alliance last night was very stress free for him.
And you know what? Like, I'm gonna be for real here. Is Valek looked at Brad and was like, thank you. For
that $500.
$500.
Yeah.
So
I think Johnny Bruce took it though. The car owner took the money. I told Johnny, I go, you guys, what do you do with the money? And he's like, because tonight was a bad night to get the winnings to the driver because he got bonus money, And so, yeah.
A Speedway Action Photo says Wayne County is a blue collar track. It's perfect how it is. Sure, it's tight, but it's great as it is. Look at some of the other tracks that are fairgrounds with the money going into the facilities.
It's true. I've always said that, and thank you. I'm a blue-collar guy running the track the way I think the people that work the way I do want to see it, and I own it, and so I don't have a fairgrounds that's gonna take it from me when I'm done. So I do think there's advantages to owning your own facility, and there's pros and cons to the fair board stuff too. But I'm able to go out here and rip my pits up and do what I want. I don't have to worry about a committee telling me what I can and can't do. There's a bonus to that, but also the fairgrounds has a lot more revenue to do some massive improvements. But yeah, I do thank you for recognizing, because Ryan, we're just blue collar people. We come from nothing. We still ain't got nothing, right?
Well, I think the thing that you get beat up a bit. I see it, you see it. You're working a 40-hour week, and then then you've got to work at the racetrack. I'm working 44 hours a week, and I'm maxed out.
Yeah,
like
Steph,
you're working.
Full of it. Look at her laugh over there. I wish Steph was on the show right now. You put your time in. I don't know where you're getting those 40-some hours in, but it sure heck ain't with me. Anyway,
I was working 60-hour weeks last year. Hey, Melody says, great racing last night. Me and my kids had fun watching.
Awesome. I'm glad you came out and brought the kids. I hope the Christmas in July thing was a hit. We give free snow cones away last night.
How many did you give away?
I don't know.
A ton. I saw, I was up there watching. Yeah. A lot of kids had snow cones.
I mean, that's just cool to do. Candy, I love candy. And so Sherry went shopping and got the candy, and it was good candy too. It was like, and I'm coming out of the dentist with teeth problem, and I love candy. Snickers bar is my weakness.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you.
Let's hit some of these.
Just dismiss me. I know.
No, I know. I remember. Do you want to talk about?
No.
Okay, right. We can talk about the time where you had to.
Let's read this one.
You had to have a Snickers bar.
Stop it.
At the PRI show.
I want to read Gary's comment.
Gary Sullivan says, I drive the 47 modified. His modified looks good. It's black.
I've seen it.
Yeah, it looks good.
I like it.
I want to let you know, I thought the track was awesome. I normally race in the Econo Mod class at Raceway 7 in Sharon and was ecstatic about finishing second in the heat and was excited about starting up front. Then the invert bit me. Still had a great time. Hopefully can make it back this year.
Well, he's not mad. And yes, I know the invert bit you, but hey, man, come down, because you finished second in your heat, and you're not that far away, so
We appreciate you coming, Gary.
Yeah, glad you had a good time, and come back again, and look us up. Look for Ryan or Jason. You probably find Ryan before you find me, but look us up and tell us who you are. We like to put a face. I like to know who people are. It's easier.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming, and thanks for tuning in to Turn 2 Talk.
Yeah, thanks. We appreciate it, Gary. Ken Brenneman says it was great to be back at Wayne County Speedway last night.
Yeah, so I want to apologize to him, because we had called him yesterday morning because we had a compact driver needing a certain tire. And so we're like, hey, we'll call Ken. I had not seen the text at the time, and it was to all of us, me, you, and Pork Chop. Did you not see it? There's a group text to three of us. He wanted to give some tickets away yesterday to the Speedway for last night, and by the time we got that organized, I don't know if I told Porkchop to give him a call, but it was like 11 o'clock. So I didn't. So Ken, I apologize. And man, Ken does great things at Flynn's. Like, they're always busy. My whole family goes there and gets stuff done, and he takes care of them. He's a good dude. And so he's a big supporter of Wayne County Speedway. And so there again, I will tell you, go to Flynn's Tire. Like, take care of these people who are donating and taking care of the racers. Like, it drives me nuts to see anybody do anything else. Like, y'all want to, we need to pay more. We need to do this. Well, we have these advertising people who are willing to step up and do stuff for you. But then you want to go save 50 cents and go somewhere else. Like, it drives me nuts, man. It's one of my biggest pet peeves in life. Like, loyalty. Look it up. Loyal.
You're one of the most loyal person I know.
So, Ken, thank you, and we will do some ticket giveaways with you for sure.
Ryan Markham's tuned in. He says that modified race was the best race at Wayne County Speedway in years.
Yes, and you know what? Thank you, Ryan, for paying attention to that, because I thought it was. And and he's a racer. We've had him on the show. He's a racer, and I think he can appreciate that passing cars and dicing it up. I think I raced, and I know you had the Wayback Machine stuff, but it's fun to race when you're battling with somebody the whole time. I think the first heat of the late models last night they ran, and I think my comment after the first heat was great hot lap session, because it was basically 8 laps of putting, somebody used to say you put, F-16 fighter jets in a circle and run. They were just going zoom. It was over before we got started, and I feel like sometimes that's the county's reputation early, as the track gets so fast early that it's just wasn't very good racing in heat races. So so Ryan, thanks for tuning in, and thanks for recognizing it.
I appreciate Ryan. Ryan has the mentality of a promoter. He doesn't look at things just strictly as a driver's perspective. He can see both sides. And if you just sit and talk to him, you can hear it. You can see he understands it. He understands that it's an entertainment business.
Right.
And he gets it. And I love and appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why he's my favorite driver.
He was very knowledgeable when we interviewed him, and he gets it. This guy, we're waiting on this guy. Like, Leathers, I'm waiting. That guy carries more enthusiasm than Buddha. Buddha brings a lot of enthusiasm. Leathers brings it another notch, and he has raw emotion, which I just love it. I love it. I love when people win and they get out and it's raw, and because you don't know where the next one's coming, and you can tell that guy worked his ass off to get anything he has. And so when good things happen, even when shit went bad for him this year, he didn't pout, man. He just says, I'm working. I'm going to get back.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of things that are going really good that people don't pay attention to. And I'm the first one to, we all dwell on the negative. That's just because that negative shit will draw us all down, right? But you start to read some of these comments, and it's like, you know what? That's pretty cool. Like, what I'm doing over there, keeping a racetrack going, like, it aggravates me sometimes. But then I read these comments and you know what? It's cool. He appreciates it.
Leather says, couple more weeks, boys. Couple more weeks. Can't wait to get back.
No, we can't wait either. Maybe I'll get to drive the night you get to get your car back. Maybe I'll get to drive against Colton Shaw that night, because McVicker broke my car last night.
Come on, Paulie. You got to tighten them bolts.
Oh, he was so tired today. We went to the memorial service, and he's falling asleep in the car. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Well, I didn't sleep last night. I'm like, Did you go to Rittman? No.
Oh, he didn't. He needs to tighten that.
I won't tell you what he said last night.
Control arm.
I'll tell you. That's a family show, man.
Yeah, you better not.
All right. So Ron Miller. Ron, it's always good to see you. I wish I had time to go into pits and talk. I love Ron Miller. He is.
Hey,
good.
I have something to say about Ron Miller.
Uh-oh.
So he's on our show.
Yeah.
And you said, if you could have the magic pixie dust and change one thing at Wayne County Speedway, what would it be? And what did he tell you?
I don't remember.
Add bacon to the cheeseburgers.
Oh, yeah. I guess I do remember that, because it was a weird thing. It wasn't nothing to do with racing. It was the food. Did we put bacon on cheeseburgers?
No, he asked me the other day. He goes, Ryan, I told Jason to add bacon on the cheeseburgers.
All right. You do me a favor and remind me.
Tomorrow.
Just remind me
7 o'clock in the morning.
Next time we're going to race, and I will go get bacon bits so they can put bacon bits on his cheeseburger.
You're gonna go.
Oh, the owner of the show said she would actually fry up some bacon. So
fry up some bacon and go make him a special burger.
Well, Ron and you don't get none of it.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, so he was asking about that.
We could go on. We got such good people that talk to. You know what I mean? Like,
Craver Racing says the track facilities is looking good.
thanks for noticing. I've actually done a lot of cleaning in the last week and a half. I scrapped a bunch of stuff out, and I know people are like, it still looks like a junkyard. Well, it looked like a better junkyard than it did.
Kepling says, I would love to work for Wayne County Speedway. I just don't want people to give you hell because it could be considered a conflict of interest.
Yeah, it could, but on the same token,
Is it,
man,
would it be any different than Drown Dad being the tech man, you know?
yeah, I mean, I didn't take it any different. I think Jeff comes with integrity. Both Jeffs, Jeff Drown, Jeff Kepling, both of them when I hired him. But yeah, I would, if Jeff Kepling wanted to have a position here at Wayne County Speedway, it would be no way, how would I argue it? Like he was, because I know he's fair. Right. I know whatever he did is going to be the right deal. Like he carries himself so professional. And but yeah, there's always, because he gets a lot of slack sometimes for stuff he does. But at the same token, without a guy like him, there's about 15 or 16 racers that probably don't race, And so careful who you're bad-mouthing people, because he's a big supporter.
For sure. And I didn't see this. I did not see his post when
Oh, look at that. You lie. You set that up.
No, I did not.
Ron, you're going to have bacon in 2 weeks when we race. It might be bacon bits, but you will have some bacon. He will get them bacon strips, those bacon strips for the dogs. It's bacon.
Careful what you wish for, Ron.
Yeah, this show's going downhill.
Christy says, the inflatables were fun. Our kids enjoyed being silly and taking pictures with them.
Yeah. Hey, I did. I seen Christy and Billy both. And Billy came down to Victory Lane for the modified, I think. And I haven't seen Billy in a long time. And I miss him. Like, he used to work here in Worcester, and I know he's not no more. And he's Pork Chop's buddy. I thought I met him. But I know we were doing a big sprint car race one time, and he's a big sprint car nut. And he was always willing to help hang banners or whatever. And so it was good to see him last night. So, Christy, I hope you and Billy are doing good, and look forward to seeing you more at the track.
Dude, we got all kinds of comments, man.
Yeah.
Valek says, thanks, Brad. That was awesome of you, man. He's talking about Triple B.
Triple B, man. Yeah, and I'll throw, Sherry reminded me in that post. I want to go back to that, but we'll talk Johnny Bruce here.
I gave Valek his best Christmas in July gift. He got his first feature lid.
That's what he said, too. He says, that's his Christmas present. He gets to drive the car. But I want to give a shout out to Pine Tree Towing and Recovery, because I was talking to Ronnie Myers yesterday. Had a very nice conversation about multiple things in life. And I said, man, I got 6 compacts tonight, And he's like, what? And we were talking a little bit. And he just pulled some money out of his pocket. He goes, you go give them guys each. I divided it up so everybody got $50, right? And he goes, tell them thanks for being loyal and supporting the track. So I got them all together for the payoff, and I went in there. And not only did Brad donate $500 in the winter, but everybody got a $50 bonus from Pine Tree Towing and Recovery for just being loyal. And it goes a long ways. And I like Ronnie's a loyal guy. We're partnered up with them, and I think that's the trend for me. Is like I like doing business with people like that.
Again, love and respect it.
Yeah,
it's cool when I look back in some of the results and see Ronnie.
Yeah,
Myers.
I know, right? I can't see it now. Like I try to think about how that would be real, but I can't see it to this day. Oh, Colin. Listen, I missed you today. I won't even say what I was going to say. So, you get rocks thrown at you lately, Colin?
Hey, look at Leathers. I just saw the pictures.
Oh, Leathers, don't start. Don't start. What's with the pumpkin thing? Is it? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm reading this there again. You stay out in front of me, and I get to reading these things. So
It's saying Buddha would make a great pumpkin.
He would?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there more to that story we just don't know?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Buddha with I can kind of see it. The great Buddha, the great big pumpkin patch. Remember Charlie Brown's great? I don't know where you're going with this, but hey, if we get closer to Halloween, I like costume contests, so we're all be in. Are
you going to do something for Halloween this year?
Yeah.
When are you going to announce that?
I don't know. All right, what do you want to talk about?
Tanisha says, Valek definitely won't stop talking about it yet.
Yeah.
From his wife.
Yeah, it's a good deal. But overall, like Ryan, so last night, we're carrying a good crowd here tonight, but lots of comments. That makes me feel good. But like the things that really like, and Mark Edwards, I've seen Mark Edwards today, and he flipped over yesterday. A car spun, and then he spun and kind of did a slow roll. If you want to highlight that one, I can read it.
Yeah.
And so his ribs are a little sore, and so we rolled him back over, and I was talking to him. Car didn't look too bad, but they wanted to keep him in the car and then roll the car over. I wasn't a big fan, but like I stepped away from that deal. But like that's my biggest fear. Like let's get him out of the car. Let's get him out and then roll it over. It seems like we're always, and it's not just Wayne County. I see a lot of that. Drivers are staying in and getting flipped, and it's like I just prefer to get you out, and because you don't know if the strap's going to break or where it's going to land, and sometimes you do more damage. So hopefully I seen him today. He's a little sore, but hopefully the car wasn't hurt because I want to see him back racing.
There was a late model a couple weeks ago that flipped, and he couldn't get out when it was flipped over. He was like, "You're gonna have to flip me over."
Yeah, and that's a problem though. That's a problem. If you read the rules, that's a problem. That was one of my biggest fears. I'm a big guy, and I was over upside down a couple times, and it's a weird feeling. You're just sitting there, you're strapped in, so you're not going anywhere, right? But so you unhook, it's like, bonk, your head hits the top, and everything's kind of backwards. But yeah, I worry about fire. My biggest thing is fire. Like we got fluids, we're upside down, things are leaking that shouldn't be, and hot headers, and like my biggest thing is let's get it flipped over in a hurry, or let's get the guy out.
Yeah.
So, but Mark, I hope you're doing well, and look forward to seeing you here in a couple weeks.
Mike says, bring on other track promoters so they can compare issues so fans can be more understanding.
All right.
And I think, that brings up a very good point. It was a couple weeks ago, maybe after the All-Stars, and Farmer got on Facebook, and he kind of put it out there and tried to set some people straight. And, I respected, that Rich stood up and just laid it out there.
Really?
And sometimes, promoters you're forced to take the high road.
You're always forced to take the high road because this is the only business that isn't allowed to be a business. Does that make sense? I can't wait to see, and I don't have anybody that I'm going to call out because I don't really have any problems at Wayne County, but somebody who really just rides my you-know-what all the time. I would love to see them go to whatever grocery store they go to and walk in there and act the same way. They're getting thrown out and going to jail, right? I mean, it's just because we're all take this as our own personal thing, it seems like it gets that way. But yeah, listen, I would love call John Boers, Rich Farmer. I don't care. I would love to talk to different promoters. We do. I think fans don't realize that we do talk behind the scenes. But yeah, great idea. Maybe we'll get Farmer to tune in. That would be a fun time.
Yeah, I would like to have Farmer on the show, maybe before the All-Stars come. Yeah. Speaking of the All-Stars, Sam asks, the 2-night All-Star event, will there be any support classes?
Oh, yeah. Friday or Saturday, there'll be a few. Sunday, there'll be less. Does that make sense? Because Saturday, it's going to be a regular All-Star show, like 5,000 to win. But the Pete Jacobs race on Sunday, we will only probably run one class with that because it's Sunday. But we're off on Monday because it's a holiday. But that we anticipate that'll be a big deal. So, I find less is more.
Mm-hmm. Peyton says, yes, I want to play Chase the leader with you, but with the twist that's going to be hopeful, me and I out in front of you, can't wait to race with you. That's probably a reply to somebody else.
Yeah.
And then he also said, thank you to Pine Tree Towing and Recovery. That means a lot and helps. That means more than one axle.
Yeah, listen, it does. And I'm telling you, like, Ronnie's a good dude. I mean, just out of the blue. I was just like, I was like, what are you doing? He's like, listen, I like loyalty. And he's like, you take care of them guys. And okay. And it kind of took me back a little bit, but it didn't surprise me as much as it was just like, wow, I didn't, you know what I mean? He took a hard stance on it last night. And so that's kind of how I am, though. Like, something just grinds my ass. I'm always like, I want to make a statement now, I wait till tomorrow. You know how that goes. So, but
Colin says he'll see you Wednesday.
Why is he going to see me?
I think you guys have something.
Oh, that idiot. I forgot about that.
Something going on.
You idiot. He's an idiot. You better hope that gets canceled. I had to cancel a dentist appointment just in a off chance that it doesn't get canceled. Ugh.
Jason, so what do we got on the schedule coming up so we can wrap this up?
why do you want to wrap it up for? We got 93 people carrying us on. I want to talk about what people want to do, and nobody will comment on this, but like,
Yeah, they will.
I want to know, and we won't get it now because we're not going to be on long enough to get it, but because we've been on, we've been on an hour and a half.
I know.
Wow,
It's
I
time
told
to
you
go.
I got stuff to do tonight. I want to know what people want to see. I want to know what people think of the county. I want to know what their favorite thing is and what their worst thing is. I want to know what they want to see to make it better. I'm tired of hearing it's not fun anymore. It's not like it used to be. It's different. Okay. What is? Explain it. What's different? Why is it not fun? What would you like to see different? What did I take away that you'd like to see me bring back? What haven't I done that you'd like to see me do? I can't read your minds. I'm running this thing off the hip, like, you know. I'm a monkey see, monkey do kind of guy too. I see some tracks do things, and I go, that would be fun. Let's do that at Wayne County. Doesn't always go well. I don't mind being critiqued. I actually enjoy the controversy. I like it. It makes me motivated. But I want to know what you really want. How do we get 2,000 people back in the grandstands at Wayne County? How do we get the pits full every week? How do we get people who think it's the best facility in the world and they're loyal to it and understand that they have a big part in it? I've always felt like I've promoted the place where I've given everybody an opportunity to speak and I've taken their ideas. I'm not a closed-minded person whatsoever when it comes to that place. But when I read comments and people tell me these things, it annoys me because I don't know it's broke. Why isn't it fun? I don't have fun every night, but I have other reasons. But you'll never know it. I'll keep my opinion. You know what I mean? I'm not there to bring your show down, but like, so those are the things I want to know from people. There's 80 some people tuned in. We got 30 some thousand people on Facebook. I just want to know why. Is that bad?
No, it's
I think every promoter would ask that same question though. Like when we go to workshops and things like that, we need data. Why is dirt racing? So you'll hear this from multiple people. Local dirt racing's got to fall apart. It's all going to go to special events because nobody wants to come every week. They just want to watch Lucas Oil, World of Outlaws, and blah, blah, blah. Well, I have my opinion why that is. We're still running weekly shows, right? We still take it into you-know-what on a weekly show most of the time because I'm loyal to the people who support the place, right? I think Dirt Vision and Flow kill. I think it does. I'll tell you right now, they kill it. They kill it. Racetracks can't make it. People can sit home when it's going to rain and they'll watch Fairbury. Fairbury's a cool race, right? Rocket won that thing. Cool race. I didn't get a chance to watch it live, but I did watch it. I'm as guilty as they are when it comes to watching racing. We don't stream, and I'll tell you why. We've done it, and we stream some of our big events because we have to. But I tell you, Ryan, your race was on Dirt Vision. You got plenty of money. We didn't get a damn dime out of that. You sat home and watched it, and all you did was get me closer to closing. That's fact. That's fact. Now, if you live 2 hours away, I understand why you watch it on Dirt Vision. I get it. I do the same thing. But when you guys live within that 50-mile radius and you're watching it on TV because you don't want to come, because it's hot, because it's cold, that's why we're not going to be there someday. Not saying it's coming soon. I'm saying that's what's going to hurt. That's why local racing doesn't make it, because everybody wants to only come to a big show. Somebody commented earlier today, they thought the mini stock race was the best feature. You know, they said it was a great show. It is, but hardly ever does people stay and watch it, right? And so I want to know why everybody thinks it's not fun. I want to start with that question because I hear that all the time, and I'm tired of it. I'm a funny guy. Hang out with me. I'll make you laugh. I'll make it fun for you. Will I not?
You will.
But what do you think? You answer my question. Why isn't it fun?
I won't say it's not fun. So I ran to a stretch where every week it was a grind, and then we were doing stuff with Colin, football camps, going to this college, that college, and so the weekends were filled up a lot, and so it took a little bit of a break. And to be back, this show has been a rekindling and fun thing for me, and it's been good to get back to the racetrack and see my friends and everybody. So that's what I enjoy. Something I think you got to work on is starting on time, and I tell you that to your face. I'll tell you that right now.
You beat that dead horse. That horse has been dead for 3 years. Let him rest in peace.
No, it's exactly the same,
You're
Jason.
Jumping off the train. Why isn't it fun? Why is it not fun? I asked you specifically, why is it not fun?
It is fun. I have a good time.
Okay. Why? Steph, you better get your boy.
I have a good time. I was down
Why do
there.
you think people say that, though? Why would you think somebody would say it?
It becomes a grind. It's just,
People come because they want to. They're there, though, but they came. They're already there. We didn't force them in.
They feel obligated.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Just asking. Like, racing's fun. Like motorsports is fun. I just wonder if they want more interaction or if they want us to do more, like, do we need to do more goofy things? When I say goofy things, like, do we gotta take those things and interact with the announcer and do challenges and things in between?
I don't think so. I think
just racing, though, Ryan, is it enough for the entertainment?
I see what you're saying. Yeah. I mean, I think like things like the full field invert makes things exciting.
Yeah. Just having the wheel is a little break to see how it's going to go. So anyway, folks, I would love to see some answers for that question.
Dude, all kinds of comments now, man. Oof, you blew it up.
I don't know. Well, we'll read them. Just because we go off the air on the show, don't think we don't read all these. Ryan will come to see me tomorrow, and he will tell me all these comments.
Well, 100%. And then one thing that I do is after the show, I go back and read, and some of the comments on Facebook don't pop up in this program.
Yeah.
So if I don't read your comment, it's not because I censored. No, I'm being dead serious. It was just like one day I was looking at it and I'm like, I didn't see that. I think it was something with Kyle.
It's funny is because ask David tomorrow, like Ryan is the master of looking you straight in the eye and bullshitting you and not blinking.
My name isn't Jared Shelley. Got him.
Woo!
Hey, Rhett asks or says, still need some kind of speaker system for the driver's meeting.
Okay. I agree. We had one once, and I had a PA speaker mounted with a hooked into the and then yeah, I think that's something we could do. Run with your bong.
Speaking of the mic, Ashley says hated and loved the Wheel of Doom.
Yeah, I think what.
Speaking to the mic, man.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you might be the host of this show, but this is gonna turn into WWF. Buddha, if you're watching, I'm gonna lay the smack on him, Buddha.
Jose Mar says, cut the top down a little and bring the bottom in a little. You've really worked.
We've done that. I speaking of Jose Marsh, I will tell you, like, he was fast last night. I got him a couple times for trying to jump there with the 4 or 5 to go, but like, I love his effort, and every week that car goes faster and faster. So yes, I agree. Last night the track was a little top dominant for sure, but like I said, we're trying a little do something different. We built a new spray nozzle and just trying to do a little something different, and yeah, give me a week or 2 to work on it.
Tony with T&M, productions videos, love having those guys. Those guys always say hi.
Yeah.
How did you like the videos?
I like them. I haven't watched them all, obviously, but it's cool having videos again because I can go back and look at things that were very controversial or just in general to see if I seen it, that make that call right, or what, or some things that have happened that I don't want to see, and you go back and go, wow, I can't believe that happened, right? So they're very good stand-up people. Glad to be associated with them, and hopefully the partnership works well for both of us.
Rita says, we need a fan appreciation night, $10 general admission, free hot dogs, fill those stands.
Yeah, I agree with her. I've been thinking about bringing back like a Bob Skippers theory, and so Bob Skippers was always on my, about, people need to get in cheap. They got to be able to buy a soda and get a hot dog for under a certain amount of money, and so my food prices are down. Like, and I've got approached here a couple times this year already about raising them or whatever, because this track's doing this and this track's doing that, and I get it. You have to keep up with the times, and the people who tell me that are looking after my best interest, because I'm not always keen on the food prices, but I'm a big advocate, and like, it's got to be affordable, but I still have to stay in business, right? And so there's a fine line, but I do think I'd like to bring and not because he just passed away, but something he's always etched in me, but a Bob Skippers night where it's like back in the 80s kind of themed, and see what it does. It's a gamble, though. Maybe there's a marketing partner out there that would like to partner up with me and take the risk together.
Well, I think I told you, and we had discussed this already off air. I think it was Utica Rome.
Yeah.
Did a free general admission, but their marketing partners, their advertisers all pitched in.
Yeah.
Like, let's say you had 10 businesses and they all pitched in $10,000.
Yeah.
Whatever. You know what I mean?
Do you think the owner of the show would be willing to step up?
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. It's just
You're looking the wrong way. I'm looking at the owner of the show. You are sleeping on the couch tonight, by the way.
what's new? Oh, what are you gonna do? Call her? What are you gonna do? Oh, I'll call her.
Yeah, I do that all the time. Hey, let me ask you this real quick: if we did a free general admission, we pack it?
Oh my gosh, yes, 100%. Pack it. Standing room only.
You think so?
100%. No doubt about it. But they had advertisers and their marketing partners all pitched in and made one night, a special night, free general admission.
I'd be curious. That would let me know if our marketing ideas are actually working. That's, coupons don't work. This Monster Truck show is huge for me, and we've literally argued over this the last 2 weeks trying to get this word out. So we're going to find out if it works. But so you think if I just say, hey, we're going to do blah, blah, blah on this day, it's packed.
Mm-hmm. Free general admission?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you thought 29 cases of hamburgers were a lot. You probably sell 60 cases of hamburgers.
Some people know how to work in a kitchen. They're only going to work out for us, right? So, all right, well, we'll keep that in mind. I would be curious to see if that worked.
Kepling says, I have now been to 101 different racetracks, and Wayne County is my favorite. Racing there is usually awesome. Only thing I think could help is have more fan interaction. Maybe along with the fan appreciation night, have a fan participation night, and a couple weeks later, kids ride in a pace car. Fans wave the green flag for a heat race and the feature and so on.
We have those things.
We've done those things in the past at times.
Oh, that's me. I'm sorry. We don't. I'm sorry. We don't execute, and that's my fault. We have a lot of things going on, and we run on such a small staff that, yes, but you're right, Jeff. I think those things are all great ideas, and it would definitely be something we should do more often. I think these are great ideas, and I'd be narrow-minded not to think that they would not work. So we used to get push truck rides. Remember, you were a big advocate in that. And so we should go back to doing some of that stuff. I think the Wheel of Doom has showed me that I seen the kids running, right? So they wanted people to come down and spin it. People were running for it, so it's definitely working. Well, you're blasting through these.
I just want to read some of them. Man, there's so many of them.
Yeah, well, wind us down because I got to go take a tire off before it gets dark.
Jason, let's hit the Monster Truck Show. You got the Monster Truck Show, and then we got Kids Night coming up.
Yeah. Monster Truck shows this. I'm sorry, I'm reading these comments. I shouldn't get into this. You do this to me all the time. I get engaged in this. But Monster Trucks this Saturday, folks. First annual Wayne County Speedway Monster Truck Mania. I'm so excited for this. If you watched Monster Jam growing up, or if you went to an indoor deal in the winter and watched them, it ain't gonna be exactly like that, but it is gonna be pretty damn close. Like, we are building some ramps, and it's gonna be pretty cool. See,
doing some wheelies and some donuts.
We're gonna jump some shit high. We're gonna have some motorbikes there with doing some stunts, like some backflips and stuff on some dirt bikes and things. So there's like a stunt show goes along with this program. It's a family-oriented program. Go online now to My Race Pass and buy this family 4-pack. You get free parking, which I know. Oh, you get free parking every week. Well, listen, you get free parking for this show too. And you get free admission to the pit party. And the pit parties, you get to get up close with the drivers and the trucks. And they'll have a monster truck there that you can pay extra, not to me, to them, to ride in, to give a ride in a monster truck around. And so this will let me know if people really want something different. This is me stepping out of my comfort zone and really taking a gamble on the money on this. This is a big, expensive show. Monster trucks aren't free. They're very expensive to move and transport around the country. And so I'm excited. I hope everybody comes out. Pork Chop has the flyer up. It's going to tell you the who, what, where, and when, why, and the times and what we're doing. So check that all out. I don't want to sit here and quote you wrong, but this has to be a home run. I want to tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your brothers, your neighbors, and whoever else. Monster trucks are coming to Wayne County Speedway this Saturday, and you don't want to miss it because it's going to be the show of the year. I tell you that right now. Like, shit's going to get crazy.
And then after that, we got Kids Night. It's another big night.
Quota does a fantastic job with Kids Night. And so, the following week, we'll have kids night, and that's always a big deal. And so we'll, that's coming up, and I think everybody circles that one on their calendar. And last year we struggled to get it in. I think it rained out twice before we got it in last year. But always looking forward to kids night. But hey folks, I want to see everybody this Saturday. We're going to pump it up on Facebook. If you're friends with us on Facebook, and you're going to see a lot of this Monster Truck stuff. We are on, I think Port Shop has us over 100 different community chat pages on Facebook. So no matter where you live or where you run or where you hide, you're going to see Wayne County Speedway Monster Truck Mania first annual. And check out the socials. Might be some free tickets floating around for this thing this week. You don't know. But you're going to have to go somewhere that sponsors or markets with Wayne County Speedway to even chance to get them. So look for those things being let out this week. And, you guys take care of my people who take care of us, and maybe you get some free tickets. That's how that's going to go.
Yeah, we don't want to grovel for subscribes and likes and shares.
We have a ton of likes and shares,
but
we want you to support the marketing partners. And
but we would appreciate if you did share out. If you see these posts, share it out and let people know.
Yeah.
Hey, let's hit the results real quick, Jason. So in the 410 sprints, it was Tyler Street coming home the winner. He's followed by Henry Malkett, Danny Mumal, Jordan Ryan, and Race Jacobs. Good run for Race. Mm-hmm. In the modifieds, it was Kyle Moore coming home the winner. He was followed by Jimmy Hump Day Humphrey, Jason King, Denny Benjamin, and Jesse Griffiths.
I forgot about Jason King. That was a really good run by him, too. Don't want to leave him out.
With a new starter.
Yeah.
He did. He couldn't find a starter. What?
Nothing.
I raced with Jason King in the mini stocks.
I'm sorry, Jason. I apologize ahead of time.
In the super stocks, it was Brandon Craver coming home the winner. He was followed by Don Rutt, Jose Marsh, and Matt Hensel, and then Barry Fairbanks finished fifth.
Look at that, though. We drew that again. You know what I mean? Like, Don Rutt, man, come out last week, I think, with a new car, and then you're talking about Matt Hensel turning. He's wanting to do something big with that class this year yet and sponsor night. So that was the best race. I did enjoy that race.
It was a good one. I mean, like, Fairbanks kept Craver in his back pocket the whole race.
That was epic.
And then, like, Craver was just about to pass him, and then the caution came out.
Yeah, I know. That ended up being a fantastic finish.
In the late models, it was Kyle Moore coming home the winner. He was followed by Doug Drown, Ryan Markham, Todd Brennan, and Tyler Evans.
Good run for Tyler Evans. He ran a good, clean race and had a lot of fun. I was talking to Race Gardner today, and him and Evans was battling for most of the race. And Race said he got overheated and stuff, and so he had to pull off. It was running too warm. But yeah, there was once you get out of the lead and let Kyle just run off, like, you got to go back, and there's good racing behind there. And listen, the old Malkett car. Did you see Brad got married? Is that did you see that on Facebook?
I thought somebody was punked us. Like that was.
I wanted to go back in the pit so bad Saturday because I was like, what in the world's going on? But so Drown in the 79 is, it's rolling. Doug's working. It's rolling. It's getting better. Markham's back in his old Black Diamond car, which I think is interesting. That's a story of its own. I think the whole world thinks Longhorns is the only way to go. Brian's like, you know what? That thing was good, but my other stuff's just as good. I kind of like it. Like it. I like being different.
And then in the sport compacts, it was Valek Menough coming home the winner. He was followed by Trent Bishop, Brian Baker, Jimmy Burns, and Peyton Davis.
Well,
Moose Workman was
sixth.
Moose
Workman was there too. I'll tell you right now, let's not forget about Trent Bishop coming home second in that thing. Steady goes to ship. Good run for Trent. He's working hard. He's a good friend of mine who does a lot for me at the track, and he's went through some heartaches this year. He lost his dad, and he's working hard, man. And so he come home second. Congratulations to him. And Van de Man, though, you just can't take it away from Van de Man.
He's a winner, chicken dinner.
It was a good deal.
All right, Jason, let's wrap this up. Thanks for tuning in to Turn 2 Talk. We're going to see everybody at the racetrack next Saturday night for the Monster Truck Show. I'm going to unfortunately see Jason tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. And we'll see you in Turn 2.